before even thinking, first coffee and croissant. I decided to have my coffee and my croissant in a park today. 3 things in the agenda: Spain, England, and my Maradona book, which is coming out today. Spain, you must have heard Rafael van der Vaart talking about Spain and saying that Spain is horrible. I hope that we play against them. All they do is passing it from one side to another. And he has heard Spanish players. Busquets, Coque have replied to it already, but he's right, isn't he? In fact, Luis Enrique agrees with him because he's going to make changes. Some of the more experienced players are going to be in the team, it seems, if you follow how training went yesterday. It means the return of Thiago into the lineup, Busquets back after COVID, and Azpilicueta, of course, maybe even on the right-hand side of the defense. That will be helpful, but more if actually there is more movement of the ball, if there is more passes through the defense, and certainly if we're more effective in both boxes, because at the end, really, in this tournament, that's going to be our downfall. I wrote a tweet yesterday that tells you what I think of England so far. It says, has England got enough footballers to play better? For sure. Is the way they play now, defending numbers, risk little, not a clear plan with the ball, hope for something clever by the talented forwards? Is that enough to go find the competition? For sure. England don't have midfielders that control the game, that can change the tempo, that can dominate, that can organize. They just simply don't have that. Calvin Phillips is not that kind of player. Declan Rice, not that kind of player. Even Henderson is not that kind of player. When he gets the ball, as he does with Liverpool, he tries to find a player straight away that can open up defenses, that can break lines of pressure. But because Southgate has recognized that there are no midfielders, he cannot build a team through the midfielders. Basically, he's putting a lot of players behind the ball, a lot of players. So it's very difficult to beat England and then get the ball as often as he can to the players up front. What happens there is because there is a lack of offensive organization, it's all about individual movements. Let's see what Sterling can do. Let's see what Foden can do. Let's see what Kane can do, or Saka, right? And Saka was brilliant at doing those things. It's very easy to defend. Any team now sets up in such a way that's easy to defend against individual movements. Set pieces, individual movements, a lot of players behind the ball, that's the key to England. Is that enough to go far? It actually is. It's perhaps a little bit disappointing that England only has that, but that can take them really far. Finally, yesterday was 35 years since England Argentina and the 2 goals of Diego Armando Maradona. Today, the Spanish version of my biography of Maradona, El Pibe, El Rebelde, El Dios, it's coming out. In English, it will be on the 8th of July. So I did a little video for those that speak Spanish, which I will put out later on, in which I explain why I think you should get the book. Words didn't come out of me because all the words that I had to say about Maradona are in the book. It's very difficult to explain Diego, but certainly I found out new things that I didn't know about it, and I had followed his career very closely. So I hope at some point you check it out. As I say, it's out in Spanish today. It will be out in English on the 8th of July, and I think it's been sold to about 8 languages, including Italian, Polish, etc. So that will be coming out through the summer. I hope you like it. It's about 2.5 years in the making, that book.